Hello everyone, this is Wellbeing Class 5 and today's Wellbeing class is about managing digital stress. So I'd like you to reflect on your digital habits and on how these might have changed while you're in lockdown. And I'd like you to reflect on your coping skills and how these might have changed or how they might need to be adapted while you're in lockdown. And there are many different types of digital stress, ranging from the stress caused by hateful messages on social media, to stress caused by someone hacking into your account, to the stress caused by feeling overwhelmed by messages from a particular person or group of people. There's the stress of finding out that someone has shared your private information or pictures online, or the stress of feeling under pressure to do something online that you don't want to do, or the stress of having someone go through your phone messages or pictures without your permission, or the stress of feeling tired and overwhelmed from too much screen time, as well as the all too common stress of becoming too addicted to your device, so addicted that you find it hard to function without checking it every few minutes. Online teaching and learning, which is very important at the moment since we can't access that learning in a classroom environment, is also a huge cause of digital stress, both for students and for teachers. So it's important to acknowledge that and to try to find ways of coping with it so that teaching and learning can continue. And all of these different forms of digital stress can take a huge toll on you, and even more so when you're in lockdown and not able to access some of your usual coping strategies. So, for example, some of your coping habits may have involved talking to a friend over a cup of coffee, or speaking to your guidance counsellor, or giving your granny a hug and telling her all about it. But those are things that you can't do right now due to social distancing guidelines. And there's the irony, I suppose, that if you do want to talk to these people as part of your coping strategy, then you would theoretically have to do so online, which can cause more digital stress in itself. So what can we do about digital stress? Well, the first thing I want you to do is to reflect on your own digital habits. Do you spend more time on your mobile phone during lockdown or less? Do you spend more time on your computer during lockdown or less? Do you turn off your phone at night? Do you turn your phone off at meal times or while watching TV? How often do you check your messages or your emails during the day? If your answer to any one of those questions is I don't know, then I'd like you to start tracking your digital habits for the next 48 hours. So, for example, you could create a digital stress chart or poster where you mark your use of technology on a time chart, or where you mark the times of day when you feel stressed while using technology, or where you feel stressed immediately after using technology. And the second thing I'd like you to do is to see if you can pinpoint what is causing you the most stress online. Is it, for example, an overwhelming amount of emails coming into your inbox every day? Or is it someone in your WhatsApp group who sends an overwhelming amount of messages? Or is it the fact that you have to keep checking your phone to see if someone has messaged you back? Or is it that you're feeling under pressure to do whatever your friends are doing online? Or is it that your eyes are tired after too much screen time? What do you feel is causing you the most digital stress? The third and final thing I'd like you to do is to come up with some coping strategies that you feel can be reasonably achieved during lockdown. So, for example, you might decide that you'll switch your phone off when you go to bed and not turn it on again until after breakfast. Or you might decide that you do your lessons online, but then you do your homework with pen and paper rather than typing it up to give your eyes a rest from the screen. Or you might find that you can delete some of your contacts or leave some WhatsApp groups to alleviate your stress a little. Or you might find that something as simple as putting your phone on silent during meal times works for you. And maybe try putting the technology down from time to time, like maybe read a book or a magazine instead of watching Netflix on your computer. Or maybe don't plug your earphones in when you go for your walk or run, but maybe listen to your surroundings instead. Being aware of our environment and aware of our surroundings is a huge part of our well-being. Or maybe you might decide that on one day a week, obviously a Saturday or a Sunday if you're engaging in online learning, there might be one day a week where you decide to hand your phone over to another member of your household and tell him or her to hide it for 24 hours. Whatever works for you. So those are my 3 tasks for you for this week. Number 1, reflect on your own digital habits. Number 2, try to pinpoint what is causing you the most digital stress. And number 3, try to come up with and implement some realistic coping strategies. So that's it for this week's Wellbeing class. Best of luck and see you all again soon.